Next I'll do the central intake. Which is probably right at about a little over 3/4 of an inch. And there's a little bit of bulk around that central intake, so you want to draw a border around that. I'm looking at it. And then this spacing between central intake and these grills here carries over up to this area. And let's see, then there's the space behind the cab, and then right here, let's see, we have a little bit less than 1 3/4 inches. So basically it is 3/4 of an inch and another 3/4 of an inch, and this is broken into 2 sections, and you will put the weld line there. And this carries down to the walkway. And why don't we move to the back and put this rear intake in too. And the back of the engine has a little bit of an angle to it, so we'll draw that angle in. And then let's see, the rear intake goes up probably about 3/4. And I should probably, the rear intake's a little bit wider, and tiny bit move this a little bit further back. Again, don't move much of your blocking, but as you can see, sometimes you just kind of have to, because it's important that the rear intake looks a little bit bigger than I had allowed. Now, the grills inside of this intake are a little thicker than the other grills. When you've seen SD70ACes, they have fairly thick grills on the rear intake. So what you're going to want to do with these grills is make them 2 pencil lines thick and leave a space in between. So draw one line, then a line next to it, then make a space that's a little thicker, and kind of, so like basically like showing you over here, what you would do is you would draw a line like this, then a line next to it, and then make a wide space, and then a line, and another line, and a wide space, and then a line, and another line, and a wide space, compared to the grills where all the lines are right next to each other. And that gives the look of the bars that are in the back. And then up on top is a little bit more welding. And this is about 3/4, and it's broken into 2 parts, so divide it up the middle. And there are 2 bars in the middle that, this was 3/4 high, so 1/4 of an inch in each. And there's that intake. And there you have it. There is the rear intake and the central area.